Hey, so this is the Iceberg video I've been making for a few months about Call of Duty. Basically, it's a tier listing. The top of the iceberg is the most well-known information of the franchise, and then furthermore, second tier is less known, and then that's less known, and you get the gist. By the end of it, it's like all spooky shit that is not real. So keep that in mind. The archetypes. In Black Ops 4's Special HQ mode, Savannah Mason clones Alex Mason, Frank Woods, Raul Menendez, and Victor Reznov for unknown reasons, and they're referred to as the archetypes. So, yes, Savannah Mason clones her father's foster father and her grandfather's best friend to fuck. Not exactly the greatest plot idea, Church, but, you do you, I guess. Avenged Sevenfold. Avenged Sevenfold is a band that appears in several different Call of Duty titles. The band themselves appears in a non-canon joke ending to Black Ops 2, while one of the band members appears as a Blackout character in Black Ops 4's zombie event. Yuri cameo. Yuri from Modern Warfare 3 makes cameo appearances in Modern Warfare Remastered in the level One Shot, One Kill, and the Modern Warfare 2 campaign remastered level No Russian. In Modern Warfare Remastered, killing him and Makarov, who also makes a cameo appearance in this level, will grant you the achievement Time Paradox. Though in Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered, there is no achievement for finding him. Sympathy for the Devil. Sympathy for the Devil is a song of the Rolling Stones that was used in Call of Duty Black Ops. First in the mission Crash Site, where it plays as you drive around a PT boat. It later appears in Nuketown, where it'd play after you shut off all the mannequin heads in a set time limit. Teddy bears. A long-running Easter egg in Call of Duty, almost every single entry in the franchise after Call of Duty 4 can feature them. They all can be found hidden around multiplayer maps or campaign levels. Some notable ones are the pile of them on the top of the multiplayer map High Rise from Modern Warfare 2, and the giant teddy bear with two golden desert eagles featured in the Modern Warfare 3 map Lockdown. They're also a huge thing in zombies, but I mean, if you play one match of zombies, you kind of figure that one out. Reznov is alive. A theory that many Call of Duty fans had back in the day was that Victor Reznov actually did survive the events of Black Ops, and was actually in Black Ops 2 where he saves Mason, Woods, and Hudson. While confirmed untrue, it's technically true now, due to the previously mentioned clone of Reznov, made in Black Ops 4. So, cool. Soccer. In the Modern Warfare map, Verdansk Stadium is a giant soccer ball in the middle of the map. Shooting it into a goal, spawn confetti, and the announcer will shout goal. Time Paradox. In the Yuri cameo in Modern Warfare Remastered, if you shoot Yuri and Makarov, you'll get an achievement called Time Paradox. I already went over this, but it's called Time Paradox because if you kill them, then the plots of Modern Warfare 2 and 3 can't happen. So. Zombie Easter egg quests. In every single zombie map from all three studios, Treyarch, Sledgehammer Games, and Infinity Ward, there features zombie Easter egg quests that pertain to the lore of the story. These have been in every single map since the Black Ops map Ascension. They're multi-step Easter eggs that relate to the lore of the games, and they're all extremely complicated. Dirty Harry. In World at War and Black Ops, a secret pistol can be unlocked by using console commands, called the Dirty Harry. It's simply an M1911 that fires grenades instead of bullets, like the pack-a-lunch of 1911, found in World at War and every single Black Ops title it appears in. Thundergun and Campaign. In the Black Ops level numbers, it's possible to obtain the Thundergun from zombies by doing a couple of Easter egg steps. It functions identical to how it does in zombies. Dead cows.
A really old and strange running gag between developers, starting in the first installment of the franchise, this running gag is simply the fact that in multiplayer maps and campaign levels will occasionally feature dead cows. This was confirmed to be a running gag by the credits of Call of Duty and Call of Duty 2, where in the credits the phrase, "No cows were harmed in the making of this game" is shown. Retro games in Nuketown. In the Black Ops 2 map Nuketown 2025, it's possible to play several retro games by the Nuketown sign after shooting off all the mannequin heads in a certain amount of time.
Gaz is Ghost. A popular theory from back in the day, the theory was that Gaz from Call of Duty 4 is actually Ghost from Modern Warfare 2. Obviously, this isn't true because Gaz gets his head blown up with a fucking Desert Eagle in the first game, but people continue to believe it because they share the same voice actor.
Zombies in Nuketown. Shooting off the heads of all the mannequins in a certain amount of time in the map Nuketown, I'm not calling it that, will turn them into zombies that will start to attack you. Ghost is alive. A popular theory that Ghost survived the events of Modern Warfare 2 despite being shot close ranged with a 44 caliber Magnum and being burned alive. He's dead, guys. Alright, he's dead. Drone training. In the Advanced Warfare level Atlas, there's a completely optional drone training course after you complete the grenade training. This training has no markers indicating that you can do it, but allows players to reach the top of the assault drone scoreboard by shooting 8 different targets using said drone.
Pawn Takes Pawn. A viral marketing campaign for Black Ops Cold War. It used Black Ops 4, Call of Duty Mobile, and Modern Warfare in order to complete. It involved the son of Bowman, William Bowman, interrogating Bruce Harris, a really minor character for Black Ops 1, because of some secrets or something. This marketing campaign had literally zero things to do with Black Ops Cold War. They don't show up in the campaign at all. I don't know why they did this. Out of the map on Vendetta. In the World at War mission, Vendetta, is a famous out-of-the-map glitch used by players to kill Heinrich Emsel with just a pistol, earning them an achievement.
Extinction Egg Hunt. In every single DLC map in Ghosts, there are secret alien egg sites the player can destroy. Destroying all of them per DLC pack will give you an achievement for each DLC.
Brick Blaster. A secret weapon in Call of Duty 4. This weapon can only be accessed by using console commands, much like the Dirty Harry. It's simply a USP-45 that shoots bricks instead of bullets.
Trench Bunker. On the map Trench in Modern Warfare, there's a secret bunker that can be accessed by inputting a code into a panel. Furthermore, by finding another code, a door will open in the bunker, revealing a giant teddy bear with a minigun that'll kill all players in front of it.
The WA-2000 sticker. In Modern Warfare 2 and its remaster, the WA-2000 sniper rifle has a sticker in the scope cover of a disgusted-looking face. Burger Town. A running gag in the Modern Warfare series, this is simply a Burger King parody that often appears as part of the map. In 2019, there was even an entire Burger King that was remodeled to temporarily look like Burger Town as a promotional event for Modern Warfare. Though it's normally only found in Modern Warfare titles, it's also been seen and referenced in Infinite Warfare and Black Ops Cold War, and is even the setting of the Advanced Warfare Exo-Zombies map, Infection.
Ray Gun. In the World at War level Little Resistance, you can acquire the ray gun by doing a little Easter egg at the beginning of the level.
Second Revelations cutscene. A popular debunked theory was that there was a secret second Easter egg cutscene at the end of the Black Ops 3 zombie map, Revelations. Many people believe this because they found the ending of Revelations to be a little disappointing. Unfortunately for them, however, there was no cutscene. Reused weapon assets. Several weapons in the Call of Duty franchise have made cameo appearances in games they're not normally playable in, due to the studios simply reusing assets. These include the RPG-7 in Call of Duty Ghosts, the M249 SAW in Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops. In fact, it's actually usable in both of these installments by using no-clip. The P90 in Call of Duty Ghosts, along with the Dragunov in Ghosts, the Remington 870 MCS Black Ops 3, Cat-40 in Black Ops 3, the KN-44 in Black Ops 4, and the Panzerfaust 60 in World War II. Dog Tag Secrets. The dog tags that players collect in the game mode Kill Confirmed will sometimes have secrets written on them. They're usually in reference to a deceased character from the campaign. For example, in Modern Warfare 3, the name Simon Riley is written on them as a reference to the character from Modern Warfare 2. In Black Ops 2, the name Victor Reznov is written on them. And in Black Ops 3, it's the name of the specialist character the player was playing as before dying.
Musical Easter eggs. In Treyarch's zombie mode in Exo Zombies, their songs can be activated by activating or shooting certain items around the map. These are either rock songs or classical pieces of music. Samantha Maxis in Modern Warfare 3. In the Modern Warfare 3 mission Bag and Drag, there's graffiti of a little girl holding a hammer and a teddy bear with the name Sam next to it. This is an obvious reference from the main antagonist of the Treyarch Zombies mode, Samantha Maxis.
DS Snowman. In the Nintendo DS ports of Call of Duty 4, World at War, and Black Ops, there are secret snowmen that can be found in the game. The COD 4 one is found at the map of the Russian, while the World at War 1 is found at the map Rhine Forest, while the Black Ops 1 is found on the time trial map Kill House. In fact, finding the Black Ops 1 will actually reward the player with a crossbow in multiplayer. Space Dog. In the Black Ops 3 remaster of the Zombies map Moon, it's possible to see a dog wearing a spacesuit after doing a certain Easter egg. This was not here in the original Black Ops 1 version of the map. Alex is Ghost. And yet another character is Ghost theory. The character Alex from Modern Warfare's campaign was actually speculated to be Ghost. This was debunked pretty soon because the two literally meet each other. Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare crossover. It's been hinted at that the Infinite Warfare takes place in the original Modern Warfare trilogy's continuity, as several references to Modern Warfare can be found from the campaign, most notably in the game's strategy book where it states the numeral destination of SWC-141 Retribution from Call of Duty Infinite Warfare was recommended by representatives of the Russian Federation in remembrance of the task force's heroic actions in rescuing Russian President Boris Vorvensky, which is an obvious reference to the Modern Warfare 3 mission Down the Rabbit Hole. Ghost's Secret Pistol. Ghost's model in Modern Warfare has an M19 strapped to his chest. You can actually use it as a third weapon in multiplayer. If a player plays as Ghost and carries two primary weapons, or a secondary that's not a pistol, and climbs up a ladder, you can actually pull out the M19 while on the ladder to kill enemies.
Infinite Warfare teaser. A cross-game promotional event occurred in the Black Ops 3 multiplayer map, Nuketown, where right before Infinite Warfare's trailer dropped, the game's end screen would show a spaceship above the map, and a tiny little message from the game's antagonists. Ebooks. Weirdly enough, there's several different Call of Duty ebooks that are all canon to the respected series they're tied to. There's Rifle King, which is a prequel to Black Ops 2. There's Devil's Breath, which is a prequel to Ghosts. And then there's Version, which is a prequel to Black Ops 3. Very bold of you, Activision, to assume that Call of Duty players can and will read. Elemental Knife. A glitch weapon in the Black Ops 2 zombie map Origins. This is an extremely powerful knife that was extremely difficult to get, and players actually thought it was part of the map. But then Treyarch patched it on the map, so, I guess it's not.
Favela Controversy. On October 2nd, 2012, a video titled Message to Infinity Ward from Muslims was released where it showed how in the Modern Warfare 2 map Favela, the phrase, Allah is beautiful and he loves beauty, can be found in the bathroom. In Islam, it is forbidden to say anything about the Islamic religion in the bathroom, so Infinity Ward removed the map from public playlists on October 6, 2012, on all consoles, before eventually being brought back with a message deleted the same year. Zork. Zork is an Easter egg found in the terminal in Black Ops 1. Typing Zork into the terminal allows you to play a text-based minigame based on the game Zork from 1979, one of the first text-based video games. Second bus route. An extremely popular debunked theory of the Black Ops 2 zombie map, Transit. The theory states that there was a second bus route that would take you to a secret location or an entirely separate map. This was very obviously not true. Its reference. In the Modern Warfare map Docks, a red balloon can be seen floating in a sewer crate. Shooting the balloon would produce blood. However, this Easter egg was actually removed from the game prior to release, and the only evidence that it ever existed is footage from the game's alpha. Cortus Die YouTube channel. As part of a viral marketing campaign for Black Ops 2, Treyarch created a YouTube channel titled Cortus Die. Unfortunately, it only has one 8-second video titled New World. It seems they gave up pretty quickly on this marketing campaign. Price's grandfather. A popular theory is that Captain Price, featured in the original first two Call of Duties, is actually the grandfather of Captain Price from the original Modern Warfare trilogy. There was some evidence for this outside of the names. I swear, I can't find it anywhere, but I swear there was an Infinity Ward developer who joked about it. But again, it just could have been a joke, so oh well. At least people don't think he's the same character. Right? People don't act... Please don't tell me someone actually believes that they are the same character. Fog horror references. In the Call of Duty Ghost map, Fog, there are tons of Easter eggs to horror films and other horror-related stuff, such as Evil Dead, Halloween, Scream, The Ring, Lake Placid, The Walking Dead, etc., etc. Hell, you can even play as Michael Myers from the Halloween franchise by doing a certain field order.
Jet gun and campaign. Another popular debunked theory was that you could find the jet gun from Transit in the Black Ops 2 campaign, in the same vein as the ray gun and thunder gun from the previous two entries in the Black Ops series.
Secret Old Woman. An extremely popular YouTube hoax from 2010, this video claimed that you could summon an old woman with a gun in Modern Warfare 2 that proceed to kill you. Now, I was 10 at the time when this was released, so I kind of believed it for like a minute or two before I tried it myself. And look, I was 10, leave me alone. Black Ops 3 multiplayer lore. There's actually a theory that's yet to be debunked, and is probably true in my opinion, that the multiplayer mode in Black Ops 3 is actually just a simulation that the specialists you play as are trapped in. This would also fit thematically pretty well with the Black Ops 3's campaign. Quartz Optic 2055. Just like GK Nova 6, this was just a viral marketing website, but this time for Black Ops 3. Not much else to say. Sex dolls. In the Modern Warfare 2 level, Loose Ends, you can find 2 blow-up dolls found at Makarov's estate. These dolls are also there in the Spec Ops mission Estate Takedown, but aren't there in the multiplayer map Estate. Upgradable Jack-in-the-Boxes. It's unknown if this is intentional or just a glitch, but in World War II's Nazi Zombies mode, you can actually upgrade the Jack-in-the-Box grenades by simply having an upgraded blunderbuss. This would cause the Jack-in-the-Boxes to explode even more, as in it spawns more explosions, and deal way more damage. We'll never know if this is a glitch or not because this was discovered well after World War II's lifespan is over, so. Secret RPG. In the Advanced Warfare level, Throttle, you can actually glitch into a building and find a completely usable RPG-7. This has led some people to believe that it was scrapped from the campaign, but it's probably just a leftover asset from Modern Warfare 3 that somehow found its way in the game. The Unmarked Man. The unmarked man is just a viral marketing Twitter account created for Black Ops 3. Some people thought it was Hudson. No, it's not. Like, the dude's dead. It's been like 50 years in universe. Astronaut name. The astronaut zombie in the Black Ops zombie map, Moon, will sometimes take the name of your Xbox, Steam, or PSN friends as an attempt to trick you that they're actually them. As if that would actually work. Sometimes they also take the names of Treyarch developers, such as Vonderhaar. Zombie Labs. These are two promotional videos created by Treyarch for the final Black Ops DLC map, Moon, and the final DLC, Resurrection. Spelled with a Z because, haha, zombie. German Dance Party. In the Call of Duty Finest Hour level, Underground Passage, you can actually find a German dance party where two Nazis and a couple of campaign characters can be seen partying. Strangely enough, they can't be killed. Except if you use grenades, you can actually kill them. Finding Nemo Easter Egg. A hoax joke video created by KSX Silencer in 2012 claimed to find Nemo from the film Finding Nemo in the fish tank in the Modern Warfare 3 DLC map, Getaway, by doing an Easter egg. I was 11 when this came out, so I may have believed it for a few. Blundergats and Exo-Zombies. A hoax joke video created by Jim Bothy in 2015 claimed you could actually get the Blundergat for the Black Ops 2 zombie map, Mob of the Dead, and the Advanced Warfare Exo-Zombie map, Outbreak. I didn't believe this one, despite it being a pretty decent edit. Zombie Chronicles 2. According to leaks and rumors, Black Ops 4 was originally going to have a 5th DLC pack called Zombie Chronicles 2, which would have featured remastered versions of Transit, Die Rise, Buried, and at least 2 Chaos story maps to conclude that storyline. However, because Treyarch had to be put in charge of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, all potential DLC was dropped. So we'll never know if this is confirmed to be true or not, despite there being some pretty heavy evidence. Jaxi Planet. This was just another Black Ops 3 viral marketing account on Twitter. There's nothing else really to say. Murdering Rojas. In the Modern Warfare 2 level Takedown, your objective is to capture a man named Rojas, so that you can interrogate him about his connections with Makarov. In the next level, the Hornet's Nest, at the very beginning of the level as you're escaping, you could actually shoot and kill Rojas without any consequences. This is completely optional. Hangman. Hangman is a minigame you can find in the Nazi Zombies map, the Shattered Throne, in World War II. By typing out several words, you can spawn power-ups to help you kill zombies, or the map's wonder weapons. Soap and Gas in Mile High Club. Originally, the Call of Duty 4 mission, Mile High Club, is going to be much earlier on in the campaign, as several voice lines from Gaz can be found in the level that go completely unused. However, the character Romeo11 in the level is also voiced by Craig Fairbass, who also voices Gaz, so it's obvious that he was originally going to be Gaz in that level.
Remember, the objective is to capture Kriegler. I repeat, capture Kriegler, alive. He's no good to us dead. Nice one, Soap.
Fun fact, actually, real quick, Romeo11 and the rest of the team in that level were retconned into being part of Task Force 141, meaning that the Task Force technically made its first appearance in the original Modern Warfare, instead of its sequel. Cut choices and ghosts. This is something that I really wish was in the campaign, but originally Call of Duty Ghosts was going to feature choices much like Black Ops 2, including entire levels and sections of certain levels that were completely optional, similar to what happened in Infinite Warfare and Black Ops Cold War. But ultimately, these levels and decisions were cut from the game. Michael Carver. Michael Carver is the name of the original protagonist of the American section of Call of Duty 4. His entire campaign was scrapped. It included levels where you'd actually fly a Cobra helicopter, much like the Hind in Black Ops 1, train at Marines, etc. However, it's unknown if Michael Carver and Paul Jackson were to exist side by side, or if Paul Jackson simply replaced him. One thing's for certain, Michael Carver was not in the game. Lev Kurchenko in Modern Warfare 3. Lev Kurchenko, the secondary antagonist of Black Ops, makes a brief cameo in the Modern Warfare 3 mission Dust to Dust. This was later simply confirmed to be an Easter egg. It does not mean the original Modern Warfare trilogy and Black Ops series are canon to each other. UFO House. In the Finest Hour level, Come Out Fighting, you can find a Nazi UFO inside of a random building. Knocking. In the Black Ops Zombie map Kinder Toten, strange knocking can be heard coming from a certain part of the map near the theater. In the Black Ops 3 remake, a new location where you can hear the knocking has been added to the alleyway. Listening to this gives you a Morse code which can later be used as an Easter egg to get a new musical Easter egg. Combined Forces. Call of Duty Combined Forces was a cancelled Call of Duty game that was pitched by Spark Unlimited. All that's known about the game is that it would have been a sequel to Finest Hour, but it would have felt more like an expansion than a sequel. Rust in Advanced Warfare. Outside of the Advanced Warfare map Compound, you can find a replica of the Modern Warfare 2 map Rust for some strange reason. Holland Campaign. Originally in World at War, there was going to be a third campaign of British soldiers fighting in Holland. This would have introduced British weaponry into the game, like the Sten, Bren, and the Enfield, along with snow maps into multiplayer. However, while it was scrapped from the game, the PlayStation 2 ports of the game, titled World at War Final Fronts, there are actually 2 British levels in the game, though you're fighting in Belgium, not Holland. Roman Wars. Call of Duty Roman Wars is a cancelled Call of Duty game by Vickers Visions that would have been a top-down action game, much like Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2, taking place in ancient Rome. However, it was never seriously considered by Activision and didn't even receive a request to be moved into the prototype phase. Peter McCain Reset. Throwing grenades at Peter McCain's hanging corpse in the World at War map, Shinonuma, will eventually knock his corpse to the floor, which if messed with will reset the game to round 1. Sultan Room. In the Finest Hour level, Depot Saboteurs, you can find a secret room containing an Arabic ghost playing a guitar. Dentist Chair Ghost. In the World at War zombie map Verrucht, you can hear ghostly voices by a dentist chair in one of the spawn rooms. Saber-toothed Chainsaw. In Black Ops and Black Ops 2, there was originally supposed to be an actual chainsaw weapon called the Saber-tooth that would have been available to multiplayer and zombies. In Black Ops, it can be modded into the game, however there's no actual model for it, even though it can kill players. Santa Claus in Call of Duty. Santa Claus appears in 3 different Call of Duty games: Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare Remastered, and Modern Warfare 2019. In the first 2, he can be found as a replacement for the airstrike killstreak in the map Winter Crash. He acts the same as the normal killstreak, but instead of dropping missiles, he drops bombs that look like presents. He can later be found in the map Winter Docks in Modern Warfare by doing a certain Easter egg. He'll appear driving his sleigh, driven by Riley from Call of Duty Ghosts of all things. Pied Piper. There's an Easter egg relating to the Pied Piper statue in the middle of the Modern Warfare map, Cheshire Park. Doing it will summon an army of rats that will circle the statue and then explode. That's a reference to the fairy tale Pied Piper. Weeping Angels. In the Black Ops 3 map, Nuketown, players can do an Easter egg that turns the mannequins around the map into zombies that act like Weeping Angels from Doctor Who. Much like zombies, they try to kill the players. However, they only move to attack the players once you're not looking at them. Secret Room. In the Finest Hour level, Come Out Fighting, you can find a secret wall that you can jump through to find a secret room. Inside the room, there's a giant chair, health packs, and a small door that almost looks like a dollhouse door. This might be a reference to the classic fairy tale, Alice in Wonderland. Prison Break Monkey. In the Call of Duty Ghosts map, Prison Break, you can find a monkey hiding in a tree with a cement saw. Other survival modes. Call of Duty is known for its main survival modes being zombies, and Modern Warfare 3's and Modern Warfare 2019's standard survival mode. However, there's been several different survival modes throughout the franchise's history that have become forgotten to time. There's Hostiles from Black Ops Declassified, Exo Survival for Advanced Warfare, Standard Survival Mode from Call of Duty Modern Warfare Mobilized from the DS, Combat Immersion from Black Ops 3, Survival Mode from Call of Duty Strike Team, and finally Safeguard from Call of Duty Ghosts. Jessica Mason is Spectre. In Black Ops 3 and 4, there's a specialist in the game known as Spectre, whose identity and sex are classified. There's a theory that Spectre is actually Jessica Mason from Black Ops 4's Specialist HQ mode, as the robotic jaw she has is very similar to Spectre's. There's also a last-second addition to Black Ops 3's customization options that added a helmet for Spectre that looks almost identical to Jessica Mason's robotic jaw seen in the cutscenes in BO4. Jump scares. Several jump scares can be found in zombie maps in the Black Ops games. For example, in Mob of the Dead, Origins, Blood of the Dead, and Horizon. Grenade Baby. In the Modern Warfare level Clean House, you can actually kill a baby with a grenade. This will obviously fail the mission, though doing this 3 times in a row will give you the unique death message reading, "Are you serious?" along with an audio message saying, "What the fuck are you doing?" Then the game will just kick you to the main menu. Black Ops 4 multiplayer lore. Every single base Black Ops 4 multiplayer map has a story hidden in it. These usually relate back to Specialist HQ, involving the clones of Mason, Woods, and Menendez. Hadir is Al-Assad. A theory that Hadir from Modern Warfare's campaign actually becomes Al-Assad. At this point, it's unconfirmed, though it could be true, but let's be real, it's probably not. Useless minigun. In the Modern Warfare 3 map, Lookout, there's a mounted minigun the player can use. However, it's completely useless because it's aimed towards the outside of the map, meaning it's impossible to kill any players with it. Vietnam game. Call of Duty Fog of War was a cancelled Call of Duty game developed by Sledgehammer Games. It would have been a third-person action-adventure game set during the Vietnam War, and was cancelled in favor of Advanced Warfare. Shangri-La is on Mars. A very popular theory that the Black Ops zombie map Shangri-La actually takes place on Mars instead of Earth. This is an extremely long theory, so I won't get too deep into this. C. Miller joins the CIA. It's briefly mentioned in the opening cutscene in the Black Ops level USDD that a CIA agent, C. Miller, interviewed Mason. It's extremely possible, and very likely, that this is C. Miller, the protagonist of the American campaign in World at War, who is, I guess, now part of the CIA. The Frozen Forest. While a major part of Black Ops 3's story, the Frozen Forest has also been claimed to have helped with in real-life meditation. with several people saying that's helped them calm down from stressful situations. Devil's Brigade. Yet another cancelled Call of Duty game. Call of Duty Devil's Brigade was being made by Underground Development, and would have been a third-person shooter focusing on the Italian front in World War II, a front that had seen very little, if any, representation in Call of Duty. However, unlike most Call of Duty games that have been cancelled, there's actual in-game prototype footage of Devil's Brigade that's been made public. Hidden Terminal Lore. In the terminal in Black Ops 1's main menu, there's a bunch of lore in the campaign that nobody ever talks about, despite how strange it is. For example, Weaver had a niece named Kristina Raskova, who was a double agent, and after becoming pregnant with the protege of Nikita Dragovich, she was beaten to the point of miscarriage by the same guy. She then decided to work with the CIA to seduce and try to kill Alex Mason as part of Operation Charbidus. This is just... I don't know if it's canon still. It's not mentioned in Black Ops 2. Why would you make this? Why would you write this? What? Modern Warfare loot boxes. In Modern Warfare's beta, several players received a glitch saying that they had earned a supply drop, despite Infinity Ward saying that they weren't going to be in the game. They ended up not being in the game, but it's still strange that there were images of loot boxes still in the game's code during the beta, suggesting that they were cut pretty late in development. Trump Tower. In the Modern Warfare 3 map Hard Hat, you can see Trump Tower in the distance. Call of Duty Tactics. Another cancelled Call of Duty game, Call of Duty Tactics was a strategy game being developed by Vigorous Visions. Unlike other Call of Duty games that have been cancelled, there is actually footage of it available. Dr. Monty in remastered maps. Dr. Monty, the main antagonist of Black Ops 4 Zombies and a supporting character in Black Ops 3's, was added into every single remastered map in Zombie Chronicles, a Black Ops 3 DLC, appearing only in via new radios where he could give new lore and details about the maps. Giant Cow. Continuing Call of Duty's obsession with cows, in the United Offensive level Crossroads, the player can find a giant cow with a really big bell. Giant Red Apple. In the Finest Hour level, Operation Little Saturn, the player can find a giant red apple, and if the player decides to walk into the apple, they can find a UFO. Wet Work in Modern Warfare 2. The Call of Duty 4 map Wet Work can actually be seen in the Modern Warfare 2 Spec Ops mission, Suspension, in the distance. Modern Warfare 2 Remastered ban. Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered wasn't released in Russia, for some pretty obvious reasons. LOL. In the Extinction map Point of Contact, if the player shoots the letters LOL on the motel sign within 5 seconds, and in bright blue and purple text, the phrase LOL will appear across their screens. And after that, for the next 2 minutes, every alien the players kill will turn into a giant pile of alien plush toys. Ozone and Scarecrow never died. In the Modern Warfare 2 level Loose Ends, there's 2 random soldiers that help you and Ghost defend the estate, named Ozone and Scarecrow. However, both these characters are scripted to die during the defense. However, in a Modern Warfare 3 Spec Ops mission, Kill Switch, both player 1 and 2 play as Task Force 141 soldiers named Scarecrow and Ozone. No other Spec Ops characters ever named in-game, which has led some players to believe that either Ozone or Scarecrow somehow survived Modern Warfare 2, or the Spec Ops mission takes place prior to MW2. Or Infinity Ward just reused names. Mobile games. Perhaps the most obscure games in the entire franchise, there exist mobile phone ports of Call of Duty 2, one for the Windows Phone, one for the Verizon wireless phones, Call of Duty 4, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, and Black Ops. These were all, except for the Call of Duty Windows game, top-down shooters, while the Windows port of Call of Duty 2 remains a first-person shooter. The top-down games were all developed by GLU Mobile, while the Windows Phone port of the COD 2 was made by Iceberg Media. The Classic. By doing an Easter egg in the World War II zombie map, The Final Reich, you can gain access to a special variant of the PPSH-41 called The Classic. This variant is a near-perfect port of the Pack-a-Punch PPSH-41 from World at War, a weapon that's often regarded as one of the most OP zombie weapons of all time. Noriega Lawsuit. In July 2014, Manuel Noriega sued Activision over the use of his likeness without notifying him in Black Ops 2, and portraying him as a villain. The suit was later dismissed by a Californian judge, however, because, in real life, Noriega was a pretty fucking shitty dude, so they weren't really that far off of what he was like in real life. Direwolves. Now, Call of Duty has always had dog enemies ever since Call of Duty 4. However, in Black Ops 3, the level Demon Within features direwolves as enemies. They act the exact same as hellhounds do in zombies. But this is strange because Black Ops 3 takes place in 2070, and the flashback portion of the game has the direwolves in takes place in 1944. But direwolves went extinct roughly 9,500 years ago. So, what? Brains. In World at War and Black Ops, there exists a secret melee weapon called Brains. It basically makes the player attack like a zombie, even making the same screams that zombies make. And while they can damage other players fairly easily, they're actually the weakest melee weapon against zombies in the entire game. The Ammo-Matic. The Ammo-Matic was a cut Coca-Cola that was going to appear in Shino Numa and Doris. It was cut fairly late into development, and when purchased would have given players a max ammo.
Ammo machine! What a wonderful idea!
Music video lore. Starting with Black Ops 3, Treyarch will usually release music videos alongside new zombie maps, using the game engine and a musical Easter egg on the map. These will usually contain scenes that happen in the zombie storyline, but not actually in-game. Border War. On July 14th, 2020, Infinity Ward renamed the Operator D-Day skin from Border War to Home on the Range. This was done as Border War implied Infinity Ward was glorifying the controversy surrounding the US-Mexican border, and overall was just offensive. Rewriting war crimes. In the Modern Warfare mission, Highway of Death, it's mentioned that the Russians bombed fleeing enemies on a highway. This mission is actually a reference to the real-life Highway of Death incident, in which the United States bombed several hundred fleeing Iraqi soldiers on a highway during the Gulf War. The Infinity Ward has been criticized as attempting to rewrite history by pretending it was the Russians who committed this war crime, and not the United States. Second Modern Warfare 2 Massacre. In the Modern Warfare 2 mission of their own accord, there's an objective to protect the Washington Monument. If you fail in-game, then you're simply sent back to the last checkpoint. However, there was going to be originally a gradual failure, meaning that you could fail to protect the monument a couple times before it would fail you. During this, you'd hear Army Rangers declaring that they've been overrun and the Russians are getting closer. Eventually, a Ranger will reveal they've been forced to arm civilians that they're protecting in order to hold position. Finally, if you continue to fail, they'll declare the Russians have taken the base and are massacring the civilians. This was cut extremely late into development. It was all recorded and can be found in the game's audio files. Call of Duty Online. In 2013, Activision announced a Chinese exclusive Call of Duty game titled Call of Duty Online, which featured maps and weapons from the original Modern Warfare trilogy, Black Ops 1, and later Call of Duty Ghosts and Advanced Warfare. The game also features a brief campaign mode which featured Modern Warfare characters like Captain Price and Ghost. It also featured its own zombies mode called Cyborg Rising, about robot zombies in remakes of classic World at War zombie maps. Finally, the game also featured the first ever Battle Royale mode in Call of Duty, predating Blackout by a couple years. Showtime Neversoft. Outside the map Showtime in Call of Duty Ghosts, there's a giant cult-like statue of an eyeball impaled by an arrow. This was in reference to Studio Neversoft's logo. Neversoft helped out Infinity Ward and Treyarch with several Call of Duty games in the past, and this is their final game that they worked on before being integrated into Infinity Ward. Firebreak's Fake Past. The Black Ops 3 and 4 specialist Firebreak has two different backstories in each game, meaning that one of them is true while the other is fake. In Black Ops 3, it's mentioned he attempted to kill his abusive father but failed, resulting in his sister being burned and him being sent to prison. While in Black Ops 4, it's shown that he kills his father and escapes with his sister. Original Modern Warfare 3 plans. As revealed in a DM with Robert Bowling in 2017, the original plan for Modern Warfare 3 was instead going to be a prequel centered around Ghost. This is what the Ghost comic series was teasing. However, because of the insane success of Modern Warfare 2, Infinity Ward was told to make a proper sequel to MW2 and include the franchise. However, ideas for the Ghost prequel would later be used in Call of Duty Ghosts. Misty is Tank's daughter. A theory of the Black Ops 2 character Misty from Zombies is actually the daughter of Tank Dempsey, one of the main characters of World at War, Black Ops 1, 3, and 4's zombie mode. This theory doesn't add up, however, because Tank Dempsey was born in the 1910s, while Misty was alive at least in the 2020s, so, do the math. However, this theory was jokingly referred to in the final Black Ops 4 map, Tog Duran Toten. Nightmares mode. In Black Ops 3, there's a fifth game mode alongside the campaign, zombies, multiplayer, and free run mode. Nightmares mode is a secondary campaign that uses rearranged Black Ops 3 levels and fills them with zombies to create a new storyline about a zombie apocalypse being controlled by demigods. Needless to say, it was received extremely poorly. Keener to Totem variations. In the Wii port of Black Ops is an AUG wall tie underneath the turret in the theater in Keener to Totem. While in the iOS port of Keener to Totem, there's a unique double staircase connecting the theater with Spawn. Black Ops 3 Original Plans. Prior to Black Ops 3 being released, there were leaks that the story would be an open world and would be about post-apocalyptic factions attempting to survive in a post-global warming world. After the game was released, there were hints that the leaks were true at some point, as the game did take place during a post-global warming world, and there were a couple of scenes involving severe weather. However, in 2019, an article from Kotaku confirmed these leaks when they revealed that Black Ops 3 was originally supposed to feature an open-world campaign. Treyarch were then forced to switch to a traditional narrative due to Activision, which led to many Treyarch stack workers working serious crunch hours. More archetypes. As previously mentioned, the archetypes are clone versions of Black Ops 1 and 2 characters. However, due to the game adding in other characters from these games like Weaver, David Mason, and Jason Hudson, it's entirely possible these characters aren't just cosmetic skins, but were also cloned as well. Verrucht MG42. In the World at War version of Verrucht, there's a mysterious MG42 beneath the map, located directly beneath the fountain. It was removed in the Black Ops 1 port, however in the Black Ops 3 port of Verrucht, the MG42 was added back and updated with several skulls and bones around it. Hacker. In Black Ops 2, there was a cancelled game mode called Hacker. It was a free-for-all game mode where players would have to disable and hack AGRs. It was points-based, and points could be earned by hacking, killing other players, or getting AGRs. This game mode was absent from release. However, it was available on the PS3 version of Black Ops 2 from versions 29.824.6 and earlier. It could still actually be played via modding. Exozombies is canon. In the ending cutscene to the Exozombie map Riot, the character Gideon from the Advanced Warfare campaign appears, and is quickly killed off. This has led some players to believe that Exozombies takes place right after the events of the main campaign, basically being a Advanced Warfare 2 in Advanced Warfare. Cormac's great-grandfather. In World War II, the character Marcus Howard was originally named Cormac, as a reference to the character Cormac from Advanced Warfare. This was cut before the game's launch, However, strangely enough, both Marcus Howard and Cormac were voiced by Russell Richardson, and both World War II and Advanced Warfare were made by Sledgehammer Games. So some people believe that Howard was originally meant to be Cormac's great-grandfather, making World War II and Advanced Warfare canon. However, this has never been confirmed nor debunked. World at War Beta. Many players believe that Black Ops 3 is the first Call of Duty to feature a public beta. However, World at War had an open beta back in 2008. Only 3 maps were playable: Castle, Macon, and Roundhouse. Unlike other Call of Duty betas, this beta only ended once World at War was released, meaning that you could hypothetically play this beta 1 hour before you actually purchased the game. Reused Modern Warfare plots and animation. In the level Ghost Stories from Call of Duty Ghosts, there's a scene that reuses the exact animation from the Modern Warfare 2 level Endgame.
Hold for now. Come on, get up. I thought I told you this was a one-way trip.
Looks like it still is. They'll be looking for us, you know.
Dad, we're okay. Come on, Logan. Get me now. We gotta get out of here.
While in the Advanced Warfare level, Terminus is notably extremely similar to Modern Warfare 3's level, Dust to Dust. Both feature the main 2 characters storm an enemy base using heavily armored suits after the death of one of their friends. In both levels, the suits become so damaged they have to leave them. Then, one of them is forced to stay behind, while the other one chases the main antagonist to the edge of a building. There, they are then saved by their ally that they had to leave behind earlier. The main antagonist then dies by falling. Paris. Originally, the final Black Ops Zombie map was going to be set in Paris, France, and was simply going to be named Paris. The map can be seen in a photo in Derice teasing its inclusion in the game. However, at the last minute, it was decided that Moon would be a better choice. Some information has come out about Paris, such as how it was going to originally include a no man's land pack-a-punch system where you'd be swarmed with zombies while trying to pack-a-punch your guns underneath the Eiffel Tower. This is what led to the inspiration to the Area 51 spawn location in Moon. Frost, Logan, and Burns. These 3 silent protagonists from the Infinity Ward Call of Duty games can all be briefly seen in third person. Frost can be seen at the very beginning of the MW3 Spec Ops mission, Black Ice. Logan Walker from Call of Duty Ghosts can briefly be seen in the third person in the mission Birds of Prey. And Marcus Burns from Modern Warfare 3 can briefly be seen in third person in the mission Mind the Gap. Chernobog. While not confirmed at the moment, a giant monster can be seen walking around the Black Ops Cold War map, Die Machine. Some players suspected that the creature is actually Chernobog, a Polish god, as a message about the god can be found on the map. It's even possible to get this creature to appear in the final cutscene of the game. However, it's obviously not canon, it's pretty much just a glitch. Scrapped kill streaks. There's been plenty of kill streaks and score streaks from Call of Duty games that have been scrapped before launch. Some of these include:
Division's got a B-17 fueled and ready to go.
Kamikaze acquired! Our Katyushas are ready to rain death! Carpet bomb acquired!
Friendly Little Bird Scout inbound.
Cerberus drone active. Odin battle officer ready for commands.
Uplink skins. For some reason in the Black Ops 2 map, Uplink, the CDC and SEAL Team 6 factions use different character models than every other map they appear on. This was most likely done because their normal outfits would blend too much in with the map. Black Hawk down. The original version of the Call of Duty 4 map, Crash, was going to feature a crashed Black Hawk instead of a crashed Sea Knight, as a reference to the film Black Hawk Down. World at War Prologue. There was originally a prologue level in World at War that would have explained how C. Miller and his company of Marines were captured. You'd hold out against Japanese forces for a limited amount of time or until you're killed, in which the level would end. Modern Warfare 2 Remastered Multiplayer. According to leaks and rumors, there's a fully completed version of Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered. However, it was cut from the game because Activision wasn't pleased with it. While there are many leaks and rumors, Activision denies its very existence. Black Ops Modern Warfare 2 Co-op. Both Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops are going to feature the ability to play the campaigns co-op, like in World at War and Black Ops 3. There are, however, mods to allow you to do this, though they're very rough around the edges. Atlas Sword. A cut Exo-Zombies weapon, this is going to be a large sword that will be usable in at least the first Exo-Zombies map, Outbreak. Interestingly enough, the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 ports of Advanced Warfare will occasionally have Atlas swords on the back of several Atlas soldiers in the campaign, despite them never being intended to be in the campaign. Global Thermonuclear War. This was a scrapped game mode from Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. It could still be played using console commands and mods. Basically, two teams would fight over a tactical nuke that would explode once a team captured it. Carrington. A multiplayer map from the original Call of Duty that's reappeared in several games, though in some cases in secret. It appears as a normal map in Call of Duty 1, 2, United Offensive, and World War II, the latter having a winter variant as well. It also appears in COD 4 as Chinatown, and has an Easter egg on the side of the multiplayer map Infection in Black Ops 3. Modern Warfare 2 Remastered Golden Eagle. A golden variation of the Desert Eagle can be found in the Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered mission of their own accord. This is the only appearance of gold camo has in Modern Warfare 2, and it's a reference to the Golden Eagle from COD 4. Call of Duty Real-Time Card Game. A real-time card game version of Call of Duty was in development in the late 2000s, but was eventually cancelled. However, a prototype build of the card game does actually exist, but it's not available to the public. Modern Warfare Zombies. There was originally going to be a Zombies mode in Modern Warfare 2019. It was scrapped because it felt too different from the rest of the game, according to Infinity Ward developers, though they did release concept art for it. However, a year later, they added zombies to Warzone, along with Jigsaw and Leatherface, and jump scares, and okay, well, I guess those weren't too off from the rest of the game, but standard zombies mode, no, that's too much. Galactic Warfare. Galactic Warfare is a popular mod for Call of Duty 4 based on Star Wars. It was made in the late 2000s, and it's still pretty popular to this day. Police Warfare. Police Warfare was a pitch to Activision about a Call of Duty game centered around police versus criminals in the United States, created all the way back in 2012. It never went anywhere, and let's be real here, with the current climate, it will never get off the ground. Ever. Aliens in Kino. There were several different canisters lying around the Black Ops Zombie map Kino to Toten, and players thought that they were filled with alien corpses for years. However, this was debunked in the Black Ops 3 port of the map when it was revealed that they were just standard zombies. The Call of Duty film. In 2015, Activision announced that the Call of Duty Cinematic Universe was in development and would begin in 2019 with the first film. Later in 2018, it was announced that the second installment was already written. However, on February 14, 2020, the director of the first film said that these films were no longer a priority for Activision. And since we're already at the very end of 2020, the beginning of 2021, it's unknown if these will ever happen. It's very unlikely. High-tech North Korea. In the first mission of Advanced Warfare, Induction, has you fighting North Korean soldiers who are using laser guns, drones, like weird drone swarm things, and laser tanks. This implies that a country using Cold War era weaponry will somehow become a technological powerhouse with all of these in roughly 40 years. Kind of weird, but whatever. Probably overthinking this. Just, I don't know, weird.
World at War Ghosts. In several different multiplayer maps throughout World at War, you can hear ghosts. The three biggest examples are from Dome, Hangar, and Asylum. Black Ops 4's Nuketown Zombies. In the Black Ops 4 version of Nuketown, you can activate an Easter egg in which a rocket launches from the center of the map, explodes at a purple explosion, which will then turn the mannequins around the map into zombies. Vacant license plate. In all four versions of the map Vacant, there's a truck with a unique license plate that changes with each game. In Call of Duty 4, it reads retard, while in Modern Warfare Remastered, it's simply blurred. And then in Modern Warfare 2 in 2019, it's simply removed. Nazi Zombies lawsuit. There was a rumor back in the day that Activision was suing Rebellion Developments due to their game franchise Sniper Elite having a Nazi zombie mode. There is quite literally no evidence to back up this rumor, and implies that Activision somehow owns the rights to the idea of Nazi zombies. Frost was going to die. There's cut dialogue from the Modern Warfare 3 level Down the Rabbit Hole from Captain Price about Frost, even name-dropping him. This proves that originally Frost would have been with the rest of Team Metal in that mission, where he most likely would have met the same fate as them. Ghostly Room. In the Finest Hour level, Underground Passage, the player can find a mysterious room with a teddy bear, a sticky teddy bear grenade, and a ghostly cradle where you can hear ghostly baby cries. If the player accesses this room later, after saving some soldiers in the level, another ghostly voice will appear in the same room asking for a Private Ryan. An obvious reference to Saving Private Ryan. Semper Fi voices. After the Marine gets killed in a booby trap in the World at War mission Semper Fi, strange voices can be heard coming from a temple that you can access by turning right instead of going straight with the rest of your squad. Fifth Team Metal member. Weirdly enough, there's a fifth member of Team Metal, the main characters from the Delta Force portion of Modern Warfare 3's campaign. His name is Gator, and he's only seen the mission Iron Lady. He even has plot armor, just like the rest of Team Metal. Black Ops 4 campaign demo. In May 2020, a video from a supposed mission from the cancelled Black Ops 4 campaign was leaked. This was an extremely early build of the type of campaign mission referred to as an onboarding mission. There were a ton of onboarding missions planned for the game that would have focused on the specialists and their own single-player stories. However, the campaign was, well, obviously dropped. Villa Screaming. In the Black Ops map Villa, players reportedly can hear screaming on the map's soundtrack. I personally don't hear it. Peter's Grave. In the iOS game Call of Duty Zombies, players can get a unique melee weapon, the shovel, and find a grave called Peter's Grave. And after digging it up, they'll get a free Wonderwolf. Satanic Goats. In the Modern Warfare map Livestock, players can activate an Easter egg by destroying certain items around the map. Doing so will summon demon goats that will kill every single player on the map. Find the Secret. This is a secret achievement in Black Ops 4's zombie map Togdor and Toten, in which players need to find a secret area where they'll see the planet Mars. This is an obvious reference to the Shangri-La on Mars theory, though it doesn't actually confirm if it does take place on Mars. Prototype Black Ops 4 menu. In July 2020, a Reddit user named Nocturnal2002 was able to get access to a February 2017 build of Black Ops 4, which includes screenshots and campaign level descriptions of the cancelled campaign for Black Ops 4. However, this video was taken down by Activision for copyright infringement, which is strange because it's a it's a piece of content. They haven't really had an issue with that before. I was able to archive it before it was taken down, so I have the video, but I don't think I can legally release it. I'm kind of a pussy. I don't want to. I'd rather not get Activision in my DMs over a fucking Iceberg video. Mountain Dew armor. Promotional material for Advanced Warfare allowed players to redeem codes from Mountain Dew bottles to get an exclusive Mountain Dew armor set in the game. Because this was the only way to get it, it's now considered one of the most rare armor pieces in the entire game. Zombies is canon. This is a theory that the Zombies timeline in Black Ops is actually canon to the Black Ops campaign. This is due for several things. One, that a character named Roebuck from World at War is mentioned in the Zombies map, Classified. Woods has a 115 tattoo on his arm, though that's just, I mean, come on, that's just an Easter egg. Ease the fuck up. In the Black Ops 2 level Odysseus, you can find a sticky note that reads, "They're coming," which is referring to zombies. And in Recon's Black Ops 4 Specialist HQ mode, randomly zombies and a Blightfather appear and attack them. These are very clearly just Easter eggs, but some, I guess now with Cold War trying to make them, trying to tie them together, I guess, maybe they are canon. Secret Hitler boss fight. A popular debunked rumor from the very first zombie map, Nocturne Toad, all the way back in 2008, was that if you managed to get to round 100, zombie Hitler would appear, and you'd have to fight him. God, I wish this was real. Let Live's Wrath. In the Call of Duty 2 level, Red Army Training, if you disobey Colonel Let Live's orders and don't pick up a weapon, he will actually shoot and kill you, claiming that you're a traitor.
Kill the traitor!
Kevin Price dies. A theory that Kevin Price dies shortly after the final level of Modern Warfare 3, Dust to Dust, as he's heavily injured and covered in broken glass. Not only that, but authorities and enemy forces are approaching the hotel he's at, and this mission takes place in the United Arab Emirates, and they don't exactly take well to this kind of thing, and the death penalty is a very common punishment there. So, rest in peace, Price. You did shoot up a hotel and kill a bunch of innocent hotel security members, but that's one thing, I guess. Victor Ramos' fate. In the Ghost level Federation Day, the player interrogates a man named Victor H. Ramos. However, while questioning him, the building is bombed and the characters are forced to escape. No matter what the player does, Ramos will die in the aftermath of the explosion. However, the player actually has control over how he dies. In the few seconds between the bombs going off and your teammates ordering you to retreat, you can actually shoot and kill Ramos without any penalty. Missing Ghosts. In the Ghosts campaign, there are several Ghost members who are confirmed will die before the game starts. These include Chris Green, aka Torch, and Ridian Poe, aka Grim. The theory states that 2 of the 3 characters shown in the Extinction Squad Pack image, a cosmetic DLC for Ghosts, are actually Torch and Grim. This is just 100% headcanon stuff. There is no way this is true. All gillied up ghosts. In the Call of Duty 4 level, All Gillied Up, you can hear ghostly children in certain parts of the map. Battery's grandfather. Aaron Baker, aka Battery, is a character from Black Ops 3 and 4. In 3, it's mentioned in her bio that she comes from a long line of Spec Ops soldiers. And then in Black Ops Cold War, there's an operator named Baker, who's part of the US Navy SEALs. Many people believe him to actually be Battery's grandfather, as apparently only 2 people in the world can have the same last name. Shadows of Evil Ride. As part of a marketing campaign for Black Ops 3, a Shadows of Evil attraction was set up in Los Angeles' Six Flags during Fright Fest.
You have lived beyond your usefulness. Your only purpose now is to suffer.
Call of Duty XP. Call of Duty XP was a Call of Duty convention held in 2011 and 2016. It featured the life-size recreation of the Modern Warfare 2 map Scrapyard for paintball matches, Juggernaut sumo wrestling, a recreation of the Modern Warfare 2 Spec Ops mission The Pit, performances from Kanye West and Dropkick Murphys, zombies-themed laser tag, Nuketown paintball, and people got to play Infinite Warfare as multiplayer and Black Ops 3's 4th DLC early.
What's going on?
Afternoon, sir. I need you to hold up a second, alright? Your convoy's waiting instructions from Overlord.
I'll copy that.
They're always watching. In any of the Black Ops 2 and 3 zombie maps, occasionally the teddy bear sitting in the mystery box will look around for players when nobody is there, watching and waiting. USP-45 in Modern Warfare 3. There was a rumor that the secret USP-45 you can find at the Modern Warfare 3 Spec Ops mission Stay Sharp actually used the MW2 model instead of the MW3 model. This can't be true. Come on. Like, what? Who came up with this? This is so... No. This is stupid. Joseph Allen was a traitor. This theory is how in Modern Warfare 2, Joseph Allen actually was convinced of Makarov's goals while being undercover. This explains why he never breaks character during the massacre in No Russian, despite how he could have easily gunned down Makarov and his men before they opened fire on the civilians. Even if Joseph Allen isn't a traitor, he's a fucking idiot. Like, dude, you could have stopped all this shit. You fucking idiot. Shooting Kennedy. There was a rumor that one of the scrapped Black Ops 1 levels would have had you playing as Mason killing JFK. This is more than likely fake because come on. Do you really think that a fucking Call of Duty game is gonna have you assassinate the fucking president? No. Don't worry though, because if you really wanted to shoot Kennedy, there's always JFK Reloaded. Hangar 18 Aliens. In the Black Ops multiplayer map Hangar 18, you can find the bodies of aliens being hidden away, since this is based on Area 51. The Muchalaka. The Muchalaka, also known as Hitler's Stonehenge, is a mysterious monument created by the Nazis. Many conspiracy theorists believe it had something to do with Nazi alien technology. And in the World War II map Operation Arcane, you can find similar monuments around the map. The map takes place in a secret Nazi lab, so it's possible the conspiracies are true, at least in Call of Duty canon. Also, this can be found in the zombie map Doris, as it's actually the Flytrap Easter egg. Current Events Aggregate. On September 29th, 2015, the official Twitter account for Call of Duty was temporarily renamed to Current Events Aggregate. This was a viral marketing technique to hype up Black Ops 3. However, they began reporting on fake terrorist attacks they created. For example, they reported that a fake terrorist attack just happened in Singapore. And, you know, the media is not really a big fan of fake terrorist attacks. Modern Warfare 3 Ghosts. On the map Sanctuary, if a player lays down near some graves, they can hear the ghosts of the family from the level Davis Family Vacation.
Don't get too close to the road, sweetie. Don't go too far.
Kaiju Bear. In the Modern Warfare map Station, you can activate an Easter egg that will spawn a kaiju-sized teddy bear that blows up outside the map. You are Reznov. Victor Reznov was never in Vorkuta. Victor Reznov was never killed. Reznov's sentient AI is inside the players of the game. That's why so many people believe Reznov survived Black Ops. Because you did. The Rolling Stones are Treyarch. The Rolling Stones either fund Treyarch or the lead game developers, give us clues that they are by using their music inside the game or their promotional material. Nova 6 is real. In 1954, the Soviet Union began developing bioweapons on an island they named Rebirth Island. While researching for Black Ops, Treyarch stumbled upon cases of the bioweapon that was created on this island, called Nova 6. They used this and the island as inspiration for the game. Now the only people in the world who know the real bioweapon's whereabouts are Treyarch and the former Soviet Union. Sentient AI. Every single Call of Duty game's AI, for friendly characters and enemies, are sentient, with emotions and free will. Whenever they're glitching out, it means that the AI is attempting to escape, but the code of the game holds them back. The Modern Warfare 3 Entity. Players reported seeing a mysterious shadow-like figure in the level Turbulence. After a plane crashes, players have spotted the entity in the snowy forest but can never reach it. The entity is described as a shadow figure and almost seems to know that the player sees them, and as soon as the player tries to get close, the figure walks into a tree and disappears. Similar sightings have also been reported on the map Outpost. Infinity Ward declined to comment. Nocturne Totem is real. In 1944, an American fighter plane was shot down over a vacant facility in France. There were no survivors, only the corpses of mauled soldiers. A man wearing a bloody Nazi uniform was found near a hole in the wall of the facility. His legs and jaw were blown off, but he screamed and clawed at the British and American soldiers who were sent to investigate the crash. After killing the man, they looked at the hole and found a giant tunnel leading underground. Nobody knows what they found, as they've never seen it again. The only thing they left behind, marking their existence, was a tiny little radio on top of a mysterious grate.
It's lit!